Hey yo,
Yep.
what's good, guys? What's good? Can y'all hear me? Am I good?
You
I can hear
good?
you loud and clear.
Yes, what's up? All right, before we get in anything else, I gotta hit y'all with the intro one time. Welcome to Gamer Actual, your weekly deep dive in the biggest news in gaming. You can find us on all major podcast platforms like Apple Podcasts and Spotify, with a visual version of this podcast being available on YouTube.com at Gamer Actual. This podcast is also a part of the Gamer Actual, the KXI network. To find out more about KXI network and all our other shows, check out the show notes. Now, for tonight's episode, guys, we're going to be talking about the Minecraft movie reviews, what people are saying about it. Spoiler alert, fans love it. Um, Everything about the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, and Inzoi hits 1 million in sales. What is the publisher saying? You'll find out this and a lot more in tonight's episode of Gamer Actual. Now let's get into it, actual gamers. I'm your host, Cash. And with me tonight, I got my co-host, the Heartless, and the homie,
Yeah.
Joe TJ. Fellas, what's good?
Yes,
What's up?
sir.
What's up?
What's good,
Hey,
fam?
we chilling. We chilling.
Yeah, I'm chilling too, bro. I haven't asked you guys this question in a long time. What are you guys playing?
Jay, you want to go first?
Sure. So this week I've been playing a lot of WoWa. There's
Yeah.
a new to clarify because not everybody knows what WoWa stands for.
Mm-hmm.
Wuthering Waves. They dropped a new update. I've been playing a lot of that. There's new end game and shit. A little bit of Marvel Rivals. Some Street Fighter, surprisingly.
Okay.
And what else? Steel Hunters, the early access.
Okay. Funny that you should mention that, Heartless.
It's
Oh, Monster
funny
Hunter. I
that
forgot. I
you
forgot. I
should
forgot
mention
Monster
that.
Hunter.
Yeah.
I wish you mentioned Steel Hunters last. Okay, so to
All
answer
right.
Cash's question, I have been playing Monster Hunter, Marvel Rivals, and of course Street Fighter. Those are the three games I've been putting most of my time in this week. But I was going through the games releases this week, and I was it was lackluster to say the least. Until Cash was like, "Don't forget about Steel Hunters." And I don't know if you guys recall, a few months ago we talked
Mhm.
about it, and I was pretty excited about what I was seeing in the gameplay footage.
Right.
Yeah.
And that actually is going to be the one game that we discuss from the games releases this week. It's the only game I really found any interest in. It came out on the 2nd, 4 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's a free-to-play PvPvE shooter with futuristic mech battles. Fight to collect rare loot on an abandoned Earth and use combat tactics to turn rivals into scrap. Choose your hunter and playstyle to battle 5 other duo teams. Only one can extract from the hunting grounds. This released on PC, and you know what? It's free. So I'm actually going to have to install that potentially while this podcast is going. Who knows? We got Juju in the chat saying he was in a closed alpha for that game last year. We got several other people in the chat.
Oh
Welcome in,
shoot!
everybody.
Nice.
Welcome in, everybody.
Welcome in.
You
Welcome
guys
in.
are excited for a good show. Cash, what do you have to say about
Yo,
Steel?
hold on, Juju. If you wanna play, pull up. Yeah,
I
no,
haven't
of
even tried
course.
the game yet. I haven't tried the game yet. I might try it after the podcast. We can because I still need to
Yeah,
do the tutorial.
sure.
When did I install it? I installed it last night, Jay, or the night before? I think it
Yeah,
was the night
last night.
before. Yeah. So I didn't get to really try it out. But yeah, welcome in, Tai Chi. Welcome in. Yeah,
One Tai Chi.
it looks interesting. I'm not gonna lie. I know Pink C said he gave it a shout out to Pink C's one of our teammates.
Yeah.
Pink C said he tried it out, but he didn't really enjoy it. Um,
Really?
so yeah,
Pink
but
seeds are
that
like a game.
yeah, but that was like early that like an earlier build of the game. So things could change. So that's why I would still want to give it a shot to see. You never know, you know.
Yeah,
Never know.
because just so everybody knows, the game is still in early access, and so
Hmm.
it's still in development. You know, there's bugs and all that. Yeah,
Will it remain free upon full release?
Yes.
I believe that's the goal. Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
well, cool.
Yeah, bro. But yeah, guys, let's switch up topics real quick. So the Minecraft movie came out, and apparently people love it. But here's the caveat to that: critics, on the other hand, hate the shit. So currently, it's sitting at I want to say 48 with critics
48%
reviews
on Rotten
on
Tomatoes.
Rotten Tomatoes. But when you look at the reviews for fans, it's currently sitting at what? Wait a minute, my Rotten
87%
Tomatoes.
with 5,000 verified ratings on Popcorn Meter. That's a fan
Right.
based service right there.
What
That's a lot of
popcorn meter?
votes, so it's got to be
Yeah,
okay. I
it's
mean,
verified.
the
So it's Rotten
48% is
Tomatoes,
only 115 reviews
right? Compared to 5,000.
compared to 5,000.
So I'm saying critics are kind of like way off with this one. I'm trying to go. Why is mine not working?
You
What's
know, it's
going on
funny.
here?
You would expect the opposite. Me personally, I would expect the opposite because Minecraft has become such a huge video game
Right.
that you would think that upon releasing it, that the media machine would be pushing it, you know,
Mhm.
and that critics would be giving it far better ratings than the consumer. But I think it's an amazing sign when the consumers say, "Nah, we don't care what the critics say. We find this to be a really good movie."
Yeah. Not only that, the thing is with the whole, I get what you're saying, but I feel like also still feel like um video game based movies are inspired movies are hit or miss, and
For sure.
I wasn't sure what to expect with this one, and I'm not a Minecraft fan, so I saw the trailer and I was like, okay, I guess that's cool, but nothing like stuck with me because I don't know anything that's happening in the trailer. But I saw videos like clips of people reacting to like characters showing up, and it was, you would think it's like Avengers Endgame level of excitement, bro, in the movie theaters. I'm like, what?
Was it kids though? Was it mostly kids excited?
Grown
Kingston,
ass
Kingston
people,
seen it.
bro. Grown ass adults, bro. Not kids. Grown ass adults. We're going crazy over this movie.
That's crazy. I've
That
never
is
seen the
ridiculous.
Minecraft type personally. I have never seen the Minecraft type, but I've seen beautiful things built in Minecraft. I
I
just
have
can
to.
never play it. I
Yeah.
could never play it.
All right. So let's go over to Metacritic. Right now on Metacritic, it's actually universally acclaimed. So it's sitting at 93 with critics on Metacritic.
So
And
things up.
And then with fans, it's generally favorable. But no, but with the critics, though, it's only 33 critics. But with fans, it's over 9,000 fans
Yeah, I'm gonna believe the 9,000 votes over the
over
50
the third.
votes.
Right, exactly. Right. So then it's good then. But I don't think, if you're not a fan of Minecraft, I don't know if you're going to appreciate the movie.
Hold up. We got
Hmm.
incoming messages from the chat.
Hmm.
It reads, I'm gonna give you all a little background, bro. There's a pig with a crown in the movie. That's for a Minecraft YouTuber that died of cancer recently.
Oh, wow.
They're connecting with the fans, and I can definitely see how that garners a lot of hype.
Okay.
That's really interesting. Rest in peace, whoever that
Yeah,
is. Rest in
that is
peace.
very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. No, and it's not like it's a movie where I could bring my kids to because my kids don't even know Minecraft. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just it. There's no connection for me. But like, if that's your thing, bro, that's your thing. Are you guys gonna check it out?
Nah.
I'm on a
No.
tight budget and schedule. I gotta save up for the next 2 years so I could potentially get a Nintendo Switch 2. And then if I save up a little bit longer, I might be able to buy a game in another 4 or 5 years.
Facts. But we're gonna talk about that later, guys.
Save it.
Go ahead, Jay.
I was saying save it because I'm just as mad, bro.
Yes, is it. But we're gonna get into that. 33. Have you guys tried out 33 Mortals or checked it out?
That
No.
is the roguelike game where you can
Yeah.
roll around with 32 other people.
30. Yes. Yes.
I have not. I know you're really interested for it though, and I'm willing to get it.
What's
I'm
the
willing
title?
to. If you can convince 3 others to get it, I will get it.
What's the title, Cash?
33 Immortals. I'm about to show the gameplay on screen.
Yeah,
Got it.
please show it off.
It looks insane, bro. You guys remember Hades? You know Hades?
Our
Yeah.
boy Hades?
No,
I
no, no.
know
The
Hades.
game
Yeah, I know
Hades.
Hades. Yeah.
No, I don't
It
know.
plays
no.
like Hades. It plays like Hades.
Wait, so
So
there's actually 30 something people
Yeah, you roll around with 30
Yes,
some people and
like actual people,
33.
not not
you beat the
Yes,
quest. And you beat the
not
no,
quest.
bots.
33 people. No, 33 people together, Jay. 33 people together, bro.
That's pretty interesting, actually. That's very
Bro.
interesting.
Now imagine us playing this on stream with other viewers and other fellow content creators.
That's this is a great idea, bro. Like,
This is
when
a
was
great
the
community
last
game.
time we had like a game like this where you could have this many people? I guess maybe Planet Side. How
And
many
you can
people?
go through the story with these people. Look at this.
Yes, yes.
Yo, this is kind of like Vikings almost.
Yes. And it looks like you guys can. That's a boss fight, my dude. And apparently, you guys can split up, but whatever you do contributes to the overall story of the game.
I knew
That's
this
sick.
was
So
gonna press.
for
Yo, Cash.
Yo,
Do you know the game Planet Side? Planet Side 2, I think.
no, this is
It's
a
the
boss
old.
fight,
It's an older
guys.
multiplayer game. Yeah, I'm looking.
so for the audio listeners, we are looking at gameplay of this. We're seeing some boss fights. We're seeing some combat and the multiplayer. I've seen some fights that involve more than 20 people.
Mm-hmm. That's incredible. It's currently available now. Like if you have Xbox Game Pass, you can actually play the game currently. I
33
have it.
Immortals.
Yes,
I
it's
wonder if
in
it's worth
early access
investing
on
in
Game
Xbox
Pass.
Game Pass.
I've been telling you guys, like Game Pass has a lot of games. But hey,
I might
shut
look
up.
into it. Yo, I was telling you about Planet Side 2 back in the day that had like 200 v 200 games.
200 games or 200 players.
200 v
200
200.
first, so like 400 player lobbies, and I think it could go up to 2,000. I
Y'all
think.
see his face? You know.
Bro,
Yeah.
like that's
Oh,
a
look,
lot.
look at Juju. Juju's with me. Juju said, "Yo, Planet Side 1 and 2 was amazing." Yeah, that
Man.
was way back in the day too, man. Like, can't remember.
Oh, so you're saying this is completely possible then. It's not
Yeah,
that
it's
unfounded.
exactly.
I mean,
Mm.
you go into like a Fortnite lobby, there's 100 people in one lobby. So like
Hmm.
I've seen this, but one of the unique things that we don't really see is a campaign mode, a story mode that allows you to gather together your
Right.
whole crew, your whole crew. Like we had Space Marines, 3-player max. It was a fun experience, but 3-player max. I haven't seen anything like this. Um, I haven't seen anything like this in
No,
campaigns.
everything. Most things are usually like it's like
3 or 4, 2, 3 or 4.
no, it's more versus. No, it's more versus mode. It's like more competitive style of gameplay. Never like a narrative driven kind of experience,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
So it reads, join the rebellion. Your mortal life has been judged sinfully, and your soul's fate is to be punished for all eternity. But an uprising is brewing among the damned. Oh wow. So there's a war in hell, essentially. Press on as a renegade in the immortal rebellion against God's final judgment and fight for eternal life. Right? Pick up and raid. So there's a bunch of there's raids in the game. There's a co-op experience. Find the true strength in numbers. Optimize your skills and tactics to bolster your 33 player team and tip the odds in your favor through powerful cooperative move. Sustain your numbers as best as you can. For only the strongest group of survivors can stand a fighting chance to fight the brutal boss battles. So I guess
That's
depending
that's
on how
fire.
much of yeah, so depending on how much of you guys survive your way to the boss fight, I guess that helps the boss battle a little bit more because the less you are in numbers, the harder the boss fights are going to be. You
Right.
know what I mean? It makes sense. I like that.
So wait, you said the less you are in numbers, the harder the boss fight is going to be.
So they're
Yeah,
trying
Is
to
that any
encourage.
indication on how they scale up? Because this is an interesting question for me that I was having. The more people you have, do they scale up health pools, more enemies to fight? What do we have any indication on what that is?
No,
I
Cash
think
said the reverse just now.
That's
And
what I'm
I'm
no,
thinking,
saying.
yo, them.
yeah,
Wait, what did you say,
because
Cash?
yeah, the less of you there are, the harder the boss fights would be. Then no,
So they're trying to
think about it.
encourage the multiplayer. They're trying to
They're
encourage
trying
you
to
playing
encourage
with
multiplayer.
as
Cooperative,
many
yeah.
people as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking, yo, people with no friends, bro, this game is
Doomed. They're
gonna be
doomed.
rough. Yo,
No, forget that. I can see guys doing like a one man run in this game because you
yeah,
got
as a
people that are
challenge,
insane like that. You got dudes
Oh,
Pixie.
that are
for
insane like
sure.
that.
One man, level one, no level up, no damage,
Right.
no hit.
Yeah, I could see it
Somebody's gonna
happening. I
figure
can
it
see
out.
people
Yeah.
doing. Yeah, I can see Pinksy doing that shit. He's crazy enough. See, I'll do it.
He
Enough
ain't
said.
gonna do it. He don't got the facilities to pull it off.
Damn.
That's a violation.
All right. But yeah, 33 Immortals look impressive. That's all I gotta say. Um,
Yeah.
Do
we
we have a
should try
price?
it out at some point. It's like, let me double check the price.
$40, I bet. I'm willing to bet $40.
I think it was about that. Let me click the Epic
Imagine it's
Store.
$25.
No, it's actually $20. Guys, it's
To be fair,
$20.
looking at the gameplay, yeah, it does look like a $20 game. But looking at the gameplay, it's not a very complex game. It's
No.
super simple. The animations even are not very smooth. So I see how they pull this off.
Mm-hmm. It's $20, guys. We can get this. We can try this. I mean, I already have Game Pass, so I don't have to buy it. So,
Yeah,
guys, just get Game Pass so we can try it out. Shit.
I'm good on Game Pass, bro. What's up?
I mean,
next?
I'd rather pay $20 and own the game.
Yeah, I hear that. That's the only reason why I haven't tried it yet, because I know I need more people. I'm not gonna play that shit by myself. It's not gonna happen. Where are my? I messed up, guys. Give me a second.
What happened?
I think I accidentally closed my notes.
Technical difficulties, guys.
I did. I definitely did.
Tech support needs tech support.
Hold on.
saying.
We got Pimp C in the chat saying he beat Elden Ring on level 1. I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
We need videos.
I don't
we need
believe
video
it.
evidence
I
of that.
don't believe it.
Receipts.
I
Receipts,
need
bro.
receipts. Ain't no way somebody on my team did an Elden Ring level 1 run and I don't know about this. I don't believe it. I'm calling you out. I want the receipts.
I got the motivation to do so. Word. We need to see it. We need receipts. Facts. Big time.
Receipts.
Anyways, let's move on.
Move on.
Enjoy sells 1 million copies. That to me is
Crazy.
very impressive for a game, bro. Like the Sims like. So for those who don't know, Enjoy is the Sims like game that recently came out, which is published by Crafting Games, and it's also one of Heartless's video game draft games. We didn't check how much that game was rated, by the way. We need to double check.
We
that.
didn't
I'm
check.
pretty
I'll
sure
hold up right
it's.
now.
I'm pretty sure it's like up in the 90s, bro.
Pretty sure. Enjoy Metacritic.
It says to be determined.
Why? Oh, because it's early access.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you
'Cause
can't
I
rate it.
I
early
checked last
access.
week and I didn't see nothing.
You can't rate it
Based
early
on the
access
hype,
thing, right?
based on the hype, though,
It's
it's gonna be up there.
Tell
It's
me
gonna
it
be
gets
up
to
there.
95. I doubt
It's
it.
probably probably. Trust me. This game
Yeah,
is so
it's
popular
gonna
right
be
now.
highly rated. It's definitely gonna be highly rated. Oh, okay.
So that means I have a chance.
It looks impressive though. It's not my
Alright,
cup of
let's-
tea, but it looks impressive. Like it looks like it will rival The Sims, in my opinion.
Rival The
This
Sims. It looks like The
way
Sims
better than
slacked.
Sims.
You know what this is? This is like Pokemon and Power World. Pokemon got comfortable. Sims, I don't think Sims has released. They've released nothing but expansions since what? What's the last Sims?
Sims 4. Sims
Yep.
4.
And how old is that game?
Probably like 12 years.
Yeah.
Literally, I think so.
But they don't. To be honest, they don't need to. That's the thing. That's why they keep doing that.
Yeah, you think so? And then that Sims 4 came out
Think
11
about the
years
type
ago.
of people that play Sims games. You know what I mean? Do they care
I
about like
I know
graphical
people.
fidelity? You know what I mean?
No, they don't. They don't
Like,
give a shit about that.
yeah.
I know people that all they do is make different characters in Sims.
But hold on. Sims sat there for 11 years, just like Pokemon did, thinking that their product was so amazing that nobody would look any other way. And what happened? Another company, another developer created a product that was we've been calling it the Sims, like we've been calling it Sims 2.0, right? The same way we call Power World Pokemon World or whatever, Pokepals or whatever we called it. But at the end of the day, the innovation was undeniable.
Right. You want to hear something crazy?
What's up?
There is a dating Sims game for Power World now.
What?
What?
Yes, I said what I said. It's called Pal something. New Pal Pal World dating game. I'm gonna look it up.
We got Sweat in the chat saying like Overwatch and Rivals. Overwatch basically dead now. They sat idle thinking that they could just corner the market. They had the market cornered. And then another company, and you know what's crazy? I was like Marvel Rivals. Like, I wouldn't even want to say biggest doubter. I just said that I thought that Overwatch would be performing better now, and it's not. It's almost like Rivals has taken all the energy from Overwatch.
It's called Pal World, more than just pals.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
You thought I was joking. The crazy thing is, you guys actually thought I was.
No, wait. Check
serious.
the date, Cash. Check the date. Check the date.
It's real.
Hold on.
Is it April Frost?
We got chatters trying to squabble up real quick. Juju in the chat saying, I don't think they sat on. They just made expansions. I disagree with that take. It's a live service game. Okay, I know people that play Sims. Every single one of them has a slow computer from all the mods that they personally have to put into the game to make the game interesting for themselves. Because whatever Sims is putting out there, it's not enough for these people. I think those people, those players, they are a very niche style of players who like what they like. They like the simulation style game, but I just don't know if it was enough. I don't know if it's enough. I really, and yeah, I do agree that mods are good for games. I do agree mods are good for games, but Sims is one of those games where every person you meet that plays Sims 4 has a fully stocked out modded game.
Jay, so guys, I just posted in the chat. I'm gonna post it in the chat for our viewers as well. This is not an April Fool's joke.
Bruh, I just
this is made by Pocket Pair too.
This is a furry dating game. It's a furry dating game,
bro. I'm gonna pull up the trailer too for y'all to see, chat.
Yeah,
Pocket Pair did the unprecedented, bro.
We got reviews on this? Oh, it's not released yet. Okay,
it's not released yet. It's to be announced. The day is to be announced. But guys, wait a minute.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
Check this shit out.
Yo, what am I looking at right now?
That's a chillette, bro.
Oh, what? Getting kids to drink at school? Is this safe for stream? That's a good question.
We need to get back into Power, by the way.
Wait. Who's this?
Whoever's into Power and is also into dating sims.
Jay
is also into mythical animals.
Listen, Jay. I still think you should play Power World.
I do. No, because he's too much of a Pokemon purist. That's the problem. You can't look past that. You can't look past that fact.
Listen. I'll make you a deal, Heartless.
Oh God.
I'll play Power World if Cash plays Monster Hunter with us.
Yo,
that's a deal.
Let's make it happen.
Deal.
I mean, I think that's kind of an even trade. I'll take it. That's kind of an even trade. I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of a monster for monster, bro.
Yeah.
A monster for Pally, rather.
The thing is, I know Cash isn't gonna play Monster Hunter regularly.
Oh,
He's
you
missing
don't
out
know
on a
you,
huge community of hunters.
and Jay's missing out on Power World. For
Yo,
where he's
Pinksy,
been.
I got you. Pinksy, I got you.
But no, for real. Power World is a lot of fun, and again, I think Power World is more closer to Arc than it is to um
By a mile.
Pokemon. Yeah,
By
it's
a mile.
way more closer to Arc than it is to Pokemon. But the thing
By a
is,
mile.
Pokemon fans can't seem to look past that.
Have you seen these things, Cash? Have you seen these things?
Of course, I've seen the characters, of course, but I know that's exactly why they did it.
Some
It's
of
just to
these
garner that
models
kind of
are straight
almost 1-to-1.
knockoffs, bro.
Jay, you know what? Jay's
But
an artist, and I challenge Jay as an artist to draw a catch-like game where you catch monsters designed for kids and make it not look something similar to Power World or Pokemon.
Heartless, there's tons of them already out there. I don't need to make one. I would give them a try because they all.
That's not even really a challenge to you. What I'm saying is, when you develop a game where you catch little cute monsters and the game is designed for kids, you're going to get something that looks like this. Am I off here?
Yeah, I don't think you understand my reservation for this because, like, I played what's it called? There's one that was released recently on Steam.
Beast?
I played Cassette Beast, but not that one. What's it called? It's that you use like disc, and you're kind of like in a floating artificial city. Why can't I remember the name of the damn game? Hold on. All right, keep going. I'll tell you when I get it. I'm bringing up my PlayStation.
But there's a lot of games, bro. Trust me, that are very similar. There's another one called Nexomon. Nexomon is another one.
I know of it.
Nexomon.
That is a Pokemon knockoff if I've ever seen anything.
That one I haven't played. That one I haven't played. That one is a straight knockoff.
Bro, and you know what's crazy? People actually do play this shit.
I know. Oh, I gotta sign in. Dang.
Let me show you Nexomon, Heartless. Give me a second. I gotta show you this.
Anyone here mess with
incense?
I
remember. Yo, Cash. It's called Temtem. You could show it too if you could. If you don't mind. Temtem. That was the name of the damn game.
I remember Temtem.
Which, by the way, Cash, we have to discuss this. Why does every time you go live for the podcast, the title is not updated? And I know you're doing it.
Yeah, I don't know why. I'm not really sure.
It's like you have to do it twice. I think from now
no,
on.
I have to. I have to go into the Twitch app itself and change it. If I don't do that, it doesn't change.
Yeah, where do you do it from? OBS?
No, I have to do it because once I go live, it's supposed to override with the restream, but it never does. So I have to go in there and manually change it.
I see.
So I forgot to do it tonight.
See, I've been vibing with incense lately, and I think
frankincense and myrrh. Karen Duppy. Sorry. Chat doesn't know what I'm talking about. Only Jamaicans in the chat. Only Jamaicans in the chat would know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? I'm trying to find the Nexomon gameplay because you got to see this, Heartless.
Oh God. I can only imagine. I can only imagine. Yo, just imagine a Final Fantasy styled game that was what is it? Not 64-bit, 8-bit. I think that's the 8-bit style, the pixelated style, a Final Fantasy style game like that.
Yeah. Oh, this is the VR. This is the VR one.
Yeah. But it's the same like travel mechanic. It's the same thing as Nexomon, as Pokemon, bro. They have the travel. The battles is very similar.
Nah, this
Look at
looks
this shit.
horrendous. Oregon. This looks
Yeah,
horrendous. They look
the
like Digimon
designs
playing
look
Pokemon.
crazy. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yo, Jay,
I
tell me they
mean,
don't look
to
like
be
Digimon
fair,
playing Pokemon.
Heartless. To be fair, Heartless. The most recent Pokemon games, the designs have been terrible. I ain't gonna
That's
hold you.
true, but at least you get the chance to go and collect the ones you do love. You're not gonna
Yeah,
love all of
true,
them.
true.
And I don't think Pokemon games are perfect, but I do love Pokemon games. I have to
Same.
admit.
I miss when Pokemon was 150. I can't bother with this bullshit. But anyways, let's switch it up. We've been on that tangent for way too long. How did we even get to
I have
all of
no
this
idea.
Pal World
That's a
and
crazy thing to think
Nexomon
about because I
bullshit?
don't even
I
remember. How did we get
I
here?
don't know. How did we get here? How did we get here?
I don't know, but all I know is that it ends with Cash playing Monster Hunter.
Oh no! If I
One
play
last
Monster
point.
Hunter, you're definitely playing Pal World.
One
Yeah,
last
that's the
point.
agreement.
Juju in chat saying these designs are fine. Y'all are hating. We're 100% hating, but I want you to understand where that hate comes from. We're in the age group, Cash, Jay, and I, where we have a certain particular nostalgia. When we think catch a monster, battle with monster, we have innate desires for them to look like Pikachu or anyone in that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it
Oh, I
actually
know.
took a lot for me to open up to Power World. It was gifted to
Heartless.
me, and I played it, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, but it was because of Enzo. We were talking about Enzo and Nintendo getting complacent, and that's why Pocket Bear came in and made Power World. See, I remember how we got to the
That's how it
conversation.
happened.
That's how it
That's
got
how it
happened.
happened.
All right, let's
Yes.
move on.
Anyways, let's move on. So we're talking about the Nintendo Switch Direct, the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. Guys, there's so much to unpack yo, about this past week. Where do you guys want to start?
I mean, let's just first run through like what happened. What did they show off?
So they showed off the new Switch and they showed off all the new specs. So one, you can play anywhere, just like the original Switch, with
Hmm.
a lot of like new features. So you can play now. You can play locally with friends. If, say, for instance, I have a game, Jay,
Yeah.
and I'm the only one with the game, but you're here with me, we can play
Hmm.
that game together still and on
Yep.
your own Switch,
Hmm.
which is dope. I think that is crazy,
Yeah,
right?
I agree. That was a good one.
Right? Improved graphics, which is now it supports HDR and VRR frame rates up to 120 FPS, which is
Not for all
huge.
games, though, of course.
Not
No.
for all games, but the fact that a Nintendo console, can now do that is a big deal. Let's keep it real. Like
Yeah.
the last Switch was a what,
That this
720?
is this is big for me because the Switch,
I think it's
the
a
previous
720.
Switches, 720 is max.
Yeah,
Um, and that's if you dock and you're playing from your TV. On the
from your
Switch
TV.
itself, it's lower. Yeah.
Right.
I
So
have a
Um,
question for that, though.
yeah.
yeah.
Is there input latency, when you connect to the dock and you play it through a TV, as opposed to just playing it, the system in itself right there?
Not that I've noticed.
Not that you've ever noticed.
No, not that I've noticed myself either.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, I think that's sick. I think that's really sick.
Yeah, I think they did a
Mhm.
pretty good job there, especially with like Nintendo Sports. If you've ever played that, Cash, it's
Yeah.
very responsive, very super responsive.
Yes, it is. So enhanced audio. So I love the fact that it has this new spatial audio, 3D audio setup, which is pretty cool. They showed
That's
that
cool.
off as well when
Hmm.
I think it was like a Mario swinging like a bat or some shit, and you heard it travel from one ear to the next. That was pretty cool. Larger screen. So the Switch now has a the Switch 2 now has a 7.9-inch LCD screen, which is coming from the Switches. I think it was a 6.5. So I think it's
Much
a whole,
welcomed. Yeah,
yeah. Um, and a larger internal memory. So it's a 256 gigabytes. And the
that's
Switch,
huge.
that's huge for your.
Had 32.
But that also tells me that the games are gonna be fucking huge.
Fat.
Yeah, the games are gonna be huge on the Switch. Improved hardware. So the Switch has a more powerful hardware, allowing it to run up to 1080p resolution at 120 frames per second. Handheld tablet mode supports 4K resolution at up to 60 frame rates. That's kind of nuts. Like
That's
for the
crazy.
Switch, for the
4K
Switch is
at
kind of
60 from the Switch is crazy.
it's crazy, right? Of course, they've made improvements to like the Joy Cons, the Joy-Con twos, and they also have a Pro control for the Switch, which is the Switch. Is it called Switch Pro
I
Controller
think
Pro
so.
2 or some shit? Yeah, so
Yeah.
they have that with the two back buttons at the end. But something that I want to point out: Street Fighter is coming to Switch.
That's huge.
I just wanna put that out there.
That's
And
But
huge.
it's
yeah,
got both two first DLC packs. So I think you get the 8 characters
hmm
from the first DLC batch and the second DLC batch. Aki, Rashid, and Bison, Terry, Mai. You guys know
yeah,
what I'm talking about.
oh yeah, all of them come. Yeah, yep. So yeah, guys, it's a pretty, relatively to the Switch, is a very powerful console. I'm not gonna lie. But there's also something that's also very powerful. The price point. It's coming in at $450, and they have a bundle as well, which is the Mario Kart World bundle, which you'll be getting for $500. So
I
yeah,
think you slept on one feature though.
what's that? We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna get into that. But yeah, um, what do you guys think about the price point? Before we get to that, Heartless, you're right. I should have brought that up before we got to the price point. But what do you guys
I
think of the
think
price point?
I think that the price point for the Switch would be
Mhm.
bearable if we were dealing with $60, $70 games. It scares me to see that they're talking about $90 games.
No, so it's not confirmed yet. I don't think we have anything confirmed that the games are going to be $80. I've been researching,
Wasn't
but I haven't.
Isn't there at least one game, Mario Kart?
Is Mario Kart going to be 8? I don't know. I'm
I'll
not
look
sure.
into that. I don't want to speak on my ass. Let me look into
Yeah.
that.
But one thing that
Mario
I
Kart.
should have mentioned was the family, the Nintendo family sharing situation. I think that is a pretty
Oh
dope
no, this
feature.
is crazy. You
But
got Mario Kart is $80. The
mhm.
Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is going to be $80 on the Switch too.
No, so but if you already own the game, you could just upgrade to the
Oh, you can
Switch
put the
2.
old cartridge in the new Switch.
Yeah, you can play the old. You can. It's backwards compatible.
Yeah, but are you going to be getting an enhanced version of the game, or
I'm not sure. That's a good question.
it's a good question.
Hmm
If you were to buy the Switch 2 version of these games, you're talking about $80 for the game.
hmm
That's it's really scary. It's really scary.
hmm That's a crazy precedent. I think it's setting for the industry, especially when it comes to but everyone else, because everybody else is gonna feel like now it's okay if Nintendo is coming out with like
Yeah.
$80
If the
games,
kids game
That's my
company
right?
is
fear.
selling
Yep.
games for $80,
hmm Then we
That's
can do it
it's
too.
automatically it's gonna be the new standard. Easy.
Yeah, because that's what happened with 2K. 2K made the standard $70, and then everybody else followed suit.
yeah, I'm gonna say this right here, right now.
Mhm.
I actually cannot afford $80, $90 games.
I can't either.
At
So
that price point,
It's
it's like I'm
ridiculous.
buying
Yeah, it's
one new
ridiculous.
release a year.
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's gonna hurt the industry because a lot of people are now gonna even more so going to think about the games that they purchase every year.
Live
That's
service is
crazy.
gonna go crazy.
Well, and it's already out of hand. Live service games are already out of hand,
Yep.
bro.
Free to
Chat
play,
saying
live
people are gonna
service.
buy games anyways. Yeah, people will buy games, but I
People will
think
buy
the
games.
number of people who buy games is
It's
gonna
gonna.
decline.
It's
Yeah.
definitely gonna decline.
And I think that the thought process that people put in before they buy games is going to only be like people are going to put more thought into buying games. You know, not like Space Marines looked cool, but it wasn't a game that was really on my radar. I paid $60 for it. Would
Mhm.
I pay $80, $90 for it? I probably would have skipped over that game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mhm.
You
More
know me. I don't buy full price games often.
right.
So
Same.
People are more likely to go towards mostly AAA games if they're gonna spend that kind of money.
it
And I
has to
mean
be
like
AAA.
big titles. They're
Monster
only going
Hunter
to
was
spend that money.
$60. I got Monster Hunter 6. I can get 7,000 hours playing that game for
Right.
$60. A beautiful AAA title that keeps booting Jay out of the server for no apparent reason.
Oh, why
For
am I catching
$60.
strays now?
Yo, maybe they do need to charge more for games.
No, but for real though, like think about that, bro. Only AAA games, people are gonna only look at. Oh, maybe only AAA games. We're gonna only play that for AAA games. Like every other game is gonna get overlooked. Like, would you
Yeah.
consider thing a AAA game? I don't even
What
know.
is thing? You can't
It
just say that.
Warhammer was Warhammer considered a AAA game or a AA game? I feel like
It
it was
had
more of a
AAA
double.
aesthetics for sure, but it was
Yes,
only 12 hours. It was
yeah,
definitely AAA flavored. Pause.
yeah. But uh, okay,
Chat letting us know if you own Breath of the Wild, you will get the enhanced version. That is good to
okay. So
know. That is
yeah. So
really
I own
cool.
Breath. So I have Breath of the Wild. I have Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. So I guess I'm getting the enhanced version, but I'm not getting the Switch this year. That shit's probably too expensive right now. That's insane. That is insane. Um, yeah, the idea of like a single game being $80
It's
scares
really
the hell out
scary.
of me. Yeah,
It's
bro.
really scary. Just think of all the things you could buy for $80.
Yeah, bro. That's almost like what
That's
quarter the
groceries for
price
like
of the
3
game.
days.
Not only that, it's almost quarter the price of the entire console. Think about
Yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's crazy.
You could get a nice pair of used Chuck T's for that price. Listen, I will last you 5 years.
Bro. Well, yeah. What do you seeing? What do you think a potential sore point for? Before I ask that question, even their demo for the Nintendo Switch 2, the Nintendo Switch 2 World Tour,
Yeah,
is also being priced. I think it's like a $20 game,
it's a ten
and this is
dollar.
a $10 game, and this is a demo of the Switch. It's like Astro's Playroom, right? You know what Astro's Playroom, right? Is
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it came with the
Ye-
PlayStation.
Mhm.
exactly. So this is a game that comes with the Switch, but you have to pay for it. Why would I have to pay? And it's teaching you about the Switch. That's essentially what it is. So you're telling me I need to spend money for a manual. I need to buy the manual.
I think
Pretty
they
much.
need to not spend money creating stupid apps to go along with their consoles and reduce the amount of overhead they spend to develop these things so that way we can pay slightly less because what
Right.
what what do we need that for?
No, but I think that was kind of like a cool feature to have if you wanna like teach people, but in like an interactive way
About
about
the
your
new
new
hardware. Yeah,
console. Why are you charging us for that? That should just come standard on the game. That
absolutely.
should just come
It's
standard
like
on the
as they
game.
were making the Switch, they were like, "What else can we sell them?" Like
Yeah,
that's
what else can we milk from these idiots?
Have we discussed the game sharingness and how that may
Uh,
affect the price point of some of these games?
I don't even know if the game sharing is going to be free because it sounds
and it's
like you have to
super
be on a family
local.
plan.
It's super
Hmm?
local. Yeah, yeah. It's super
The,
local. It's not like I could share my game from here with cash.
no, you can. It can here, but here you have to be on the same family plan. But you guys have to link up at first locally, like to
Mhm.
in person. You have to link in
So it
person
is super
first.
local.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, exactly.
That is
I get. Yeah.
That's kind of very unfortunate. I maybe could understand paying $80 for a game if you had the ability to, digitally lend carts out, like how they
Mhm.
describe it. If
Right.
it wasn't locked to a family thing, that would be a sick ecosystem. And I could totally understand paying $80 for a game. I get done beating Breath of the Wild, I send it to cash digitally, I get my cartridge back automatically. If he
In
wants to play
14
again,
days.
and I think you can only lend one game at a time to one person. I mean,
Yeah.
I
yeah.
guess I'll deal with
Yeah.
that stipulation, but the fact that they have to be on the same family plan ruins it for me.
Yeah. And I don't know, I don't understand the standards of the family plan either. That's the thing, right? Is it like a paid family plan situation? Like, because you don't, you have the Nintendo Switch Online. Is that something you have to pay for and then get access to the
An
family plan?
additional, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Because currently you have to get access to like your Game Boy Advance emulator. You
exactly. I
you
know that
you
because I
can,
have all
yeah.
of them. Hmm.
Hmm.
And I can't play it because right now the member because I don't play the Switch that often. So I was like, why am I gonna pay another year for this shit? So I haven't paid for it. Right.
Yeah.
and I can't play the Super Nintendo emulator or any of the other emulators right now, the Sega and all that stuff.
I
But
think the real question we got to be asking this
mhm,
upcoming year is what is the greater purchase? A Switch 2 or a Steam Deck?
it might be the Steam Deck, to be
If
honest
you
with you.
already have a PC, unless you really are on the go that often, when I'm
Hmm.
on the go, I'm not gaming most of the times, unless I'm on a flight, and that's where I get my Switch. You know what I mean?
I feel like, yeah,
Um,
I feel like the Switch was the ultimate like trap before the Steam Deck. It was the ultimate like travel game,
yeah.
right? I could
Yeah.
have like a good quality games on the go, and I won't have to worry about that. And once I got to where I was going, I could either dock or whatever. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But when the Steam Deck came out, and the fact that you can play like PC level hardware, PC level software, mobily, bro, was insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
absolutely.
I don't know. I
I
would
think
still love to
consumers are
get a
going to be
Steam Deck
faced with
though.
that decision. You got $500 lying around to buy a console, and you know there's a Steam Deck out there, and you know there's a
Right.
Switch 2 out there. You got to ask yourself that question.
Here's my pushback to that. I think people are gonna go for Nintendo. You want to know why?
Why? The unique
Nintendo.
ecosystem of games.
Exactly. It's
Yeah,
Nintendo.
it's
With
Nintendo.
with the with the Steam Deck, you already have a PC at home. You can just
I
play
mean,
those games.
Yeah.
let's just say you don't have a PC at home,
Super
Right.
right?
niche. Yeah.
And you're looking to buy a portable console. What do you think is the better purchase?
I'd say Steam, but most people
Yeah.
I think would still go to Nintendo. Especially with now that it's a more powerful console. Like if you think about that, right? Now you can play games like Street Fighter on there, and I'm pretty sure Call of Duty is gonna come to Switch now because it's a more powerful console.
Isn't
It's
Call
a
of Duty
more
already on
viable.
Switch?
No,
No.
it's a more viable option now.
Yeah. Switch doesn't have Call of Duty. Yeah.
They don't have Call of Duty.
Fortnite's on Switch though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fortnite, but Fortnite's more of a. It's not. It's a less of a demanding game. So you can play Fortnite. You can play Overwatch on Switch.
Hmm.
Yeah, you can play those games on Switch. But like
Yeah, Call of
now,
Duty.
Barely,
Call
but
of
yeah.
Duty is coming to the Switch 2 on release.
yeah, I told you,
Yeah, that's
day
crazy.
one. Day one is coming day one. Street Fighter is coming day one. A lot of games are dropping day one. I think over 200 games are dropping day one for the
So
Switch,
quick,
bro.
quick question: are they gonna sell Street Fighter for $80?
No, I
sixty
think it's
dollars
at
actually.
$60. Yeah, it's
It's and
$60.
it has the two
No,
DLC
no.
seasons, so it's $120 value for
Hear me
For
out.
$60.
$60.
Hear me
Yeah.
out. Is
Mhm.
that confirmed? Because
Yeah,
It is
it's
confirmed.
now
Yeah.
gonna be a Switch 2. Okay, okay.
yeah,
Hmm.
and
It's confirmed. Cyberpunk is also dropping for $60.
and you can also connect an Ethernet port to your Switch 2 dock.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And I think you'll be able to connect a fight stick or a leverless controller or a pro controller, so that way you can play it like that. So, and it's going to be crossplay. So I think people on Switch are going to be fighting people on PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and Street
That's
Fighter,
cool. That is
and it
big.
has the capability for it not to be a hindrance. You know
Yeah.
how like Overwatch, a PC game, you would never be cross-play between Switch Overwatch and PC Overwatch. They had their very own separate ecosystems.
Yeah.
But a game like Street Fighter, I think they have all the capabilities to run it at the same time. And they
Yeah.
also have the Amiibo figures coming out
Which is
and
dope.
the
That's
Amiibo
I kind of
cards,
excited.
which, by the way, they
Mhm.
look beautiful. I need them.
The amiibo cards.
There we go.
I haven't seen the card.
There we go. They got you, Harless. They
They
got
got
you.
him.
They
I have-
I will buy the Amiibos and not get the Switch. Isn't that crazy?
The card. Wait, do they have cards? You said they had amiibo
Yeah, they have
cards?
cards. Like there's a card for every character in the game. The like Amiibo cards, and then they have the Amiibo figures as well. The
That's
figures
dope.
are $30 on Walmart's website. You can like pre-order them.
Oh wow,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna check those out. That's pretty cool. That is actually pretty cool. But yeah, guys, I don't know how are we feeling about the Nintendo. So here's the question: what do you think a potential sore point for the Nintendo Switch is going to be?
Pricing for sure.
Pricing?
Yeah.
Pricing.
I think
It's
I think
pricing.
a lot of. Go ahead, Alice.
Locality of the sharing.
Hmm. I think a lot of people said the pricing was fine though. I think it was a reason. Me personally, I think the Switch being 450 is a reasonable price for because it's a more powerful console. It's not like it's a weak ass console. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I was more talking about the
The
game
game,
prices. The
like
game prices.
the games though, the disc prices are insane. I'm not really feeling that.
I do have to say, the
Hmm.
Switch 2 has a feature that kind of elevates the seriousness of
Hmm.
competitive games like Call of Duty. You now can play, you can turn one of your, what are they called? The dongles or the
Yeah,
Joy,
Joy-Cons.
you turn one of the Joy-Cons into a
in a
mouse.
mouse. That's crazy.
Into a mouse.
Both
And
of
you
them are
can,
mouse, by the way. Both of them are.
yeah, but you would just hold the left one for your
Hmm.
movement and stuff,
Hmm.
and you use the right one as a mouse.
Have you
And
seen Metroid gameplay? Have you seen
uh,
Metroid gameplay?
I heard bad things about it. They're saying it looks like the old Metroid game in terms of quality.
Yeah, because you're seeing the Switch version, not the Switch 2 version. Remember, I said there's going to be an upgraded version to the game? I was
Did
right.
we get that?
Cash.
Yes, I was right.
Cash, I'm not gonna hold you. I saw the
Mm-hmm.
upgraded version to the Pokemon game,
Mm-hmm.
and it looked like the same shit, but like
Better graphics.
sharper. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's just sharper. I guess I don't know. It's not. I wouldn't call it better graphics. It's like it's scaled up 1 to 1. If that makes
Mm-hmm.
sense? Yeah,
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
yeah.
But
We
with
have
the
questions in
Metroid,
the
I like
chat
it.
asking about accessibility for disabled people on the Switch too. And that's
I'm
something
not
I'm
really
going to look into that
sure.
right now while we look at this footage.
Oh, it's the wrong footage I brought up. There was a better footage that I found. Should have saved it. My bad, chat. I'm gonna find the other one. There was like a tech demo that I saw. I think this
Okay.
is it. Yep, there we go. This is it. It's coming directly from Nintendo. They also have like a wheelchair basketball game. It looks pretty cool.
Oh
I like
my
that.
god, it looked so good.
Yeah, I liked
It
it.
looked
I
so good.
really liked
I
it.
seen it and I was like, bro, they spitting
The fact that
because
you can like you can go and stop and shoot. I'm like, yo, that's sick.
Yeah,
So
that
this
looks
is it.
fire.
This is the tech demo. They're fighting like a boss or some shit. I am looking. We can't hear the audio. We usually don't play the audio. We just usually watch the video because it affects the audio of the audio version of the podcast, which is why we don't do that most times. So we usually just describe what's happening.
I mean, this
I don't
looks
know.
clean.
Exactly. I was about to say this looks pretty damn clean.
This
Yeah.
looks
I
clean.
like that.
But it was the
I like
gameplay.
that
It was
This
the
Samus
is
gameplay
ship.
they were talking
cutscene.
about.
This is cutscene footage.
Right. So it's
For
pre-rendered.
sure.
It's pre-rendered.
Yeah, yep.
But I also like the fact that Samus's ship looks like her helmet. Like how
That's always. It's
self-centered
always
and
been.
how like
It's always
I
been
know, I
like
know,
that.
I know, I know. But, I know. But still, like, you know what I mean?
It's not
No,
Like
about
I
everybody
me.
know
sees
this
It's
you
is
and
all
say,
about
"Oh,
me,
cinematic.
Samus is
Cash.
coming."
I know this is cinematic, but I have to say, I do
Right?
think this is really cool that you can get these kind of visuals out of a handheld device.
On Switch, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like the Game Boy has come a really long way.
Yeah.
bro. Yes, because it's not like it's a combination of both the Game Boy and like their like at home console. That's what it is.
Pretty
They
much.
fused.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. That's why I think Nintendo. I don't think they're changing this direction. They're not changing from
No,
this
we
direction.
know it's
Can
not
we
an
also
engine
talk
for
about?
sure. I was just
Mhm,
impressed with the
mhm,
cinematic.
mhm. Also, can we talk about the fact that this they have a lot of like Wii elements in the new Switch, like the fact that you have like mouse movement and all that shit now, and you can throw stuff or play golf with the Joy
This looks
Cons.
really good too.
Yeah, it does. It almost reminds me of Halo.
How is the AI?
No, am I wrong?
Yeah, it does have. Halo is a very particular field, though. I would have to see how the physics of this game. Like I don't see. She doesn't jump like Master Chief.
No, she doesn't. But I'm like aesthetically.
Yeah, I could see what you mean.
Can we fast
Yeah.
forward to the part where he uses the Joy-Cons as a mouse?
I think he's gonna show it somewhere. I don't remember where he showed it.
I think you just passed over it.
Where?
Yeah, right there, right there, right there.
Yeah,
Right
right
there,
here. Yeah,
yeah.
right here. Yo, I don't know how people play with that shit like that, bro. I can't do it.
With them separated?
Yeah, I can't do it. I can't do
You
it.
get used to it.
Neither can I, Cash.
Yeah, it's annoying, bro, because it's too free-handy, bro. I don't like that.
Is he doing this on a mouse pad or a desk?
He's doing it on a desk.
It's on
It's
just
like
a straight
it's a
up
coffee
desk
table.
Yeah,
They were sitting at a coffee table.
at a coffee table. Wow.
yeah, yeah. Look at that, bro. It's crazy that he's doing that, bro. Now imagine this with Call of Duty. I think gameplay with Call of Duty, like
elevates,
half mouse, half
Bro.
controller, bro.
Yo, envision this. In a year from now, we might be having Call of Duty players on console complaining about going up against Switch Call of Duty
Switch players. Yeah,
we
'cause
might
it's a
have that
hybrid.
in a year from now.
Because of the hybrid controllers. No, Jay, it's serious. Like, it's a big deal, bro. You remember when we went to the OS lounge and we saw that dude playing what was he playing? Was it Valorant? He was playing some first person shooter game. Remember, Jay?
Uh-huh.
And he had half mouse, half controller, and I'm like, this dude is crazy. But that dude was going in, bro.
Facts. Yo, these enemies do look like Halo mobs. I ain't gonna hold you.
They do. They do. I can't wait to play this, bro. I'm so not used to like Samus being around like humanoids. So that's why I'm saying it looks like Halo to me, because you don't really
Honestly,
get her around
actually,
humans.
that's facts right there, actually.
You don't see
Just
her
the
around
presence
humans.
of that one human person to the side of you really makes us feel
Right.
like Halo.
Yeah. I'm so not used to that. She's always fighting aliens, bro. It's just always her on an alien planet, like maroon on some kind of freaking alien planet. You know what I mean? So, but I'm looking forward to this. This is the game that I'm very excited for, to be honest with y'all. This is the game that might get me a Switch too. I mean, so you want to hear something crazy? Metroid was the reason I got a Switch, and it might very well be the reason why I get a Switch too.
Your birthday just came up.
Yeah.
I think if you play your cards right, in 11 months from now, you got to be the world's best father and husband for the next 11 months. And then starting about 8 to 9 months from now, all you do is talk about getting a Switch 2. Just keep talking about getting a Switch 2.
No, Christmas is around the corner, bro. Christmas is around the corner.
I'm gonna coerce my family into getting me a Switch 2.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. That's what I do most
As
times,
any good
Jay.
father should.
That's what I do most times. Just don't shut up.
We got somebody in the chat. We got Bello, one of our teammates in the chat, saying, I would pay $80 for this game. Well, when you do, Bello, you let me know if it's worth it.
What else? There was something else that I wanted to talk about with the Switch, and I totally forgot about it. We talked about the game share.
Does the Switch release before Father's Day?
No, it comes out closer to the holiday season, I believe.
It comes out next year?
They made an official release. No, this year. The Switch 2 comes out this year, bro.
Yeah, I'm sorry. More than 6 months from now?
No, I don't think so. I think it comes out in August, right? Switch 2 official release date. Let's look that up.
I could see. I'll look it up while you.
Mm-hmm.
I could see
June. It comes out next month.
What?
No. June, 2 months from now. So it comes out in June 5th.
Right after my birthday?
June 5th.
Right after my birthday?
Is that some kind of subliminal messaging?
About my birthday.
Cash,
Oh,
this
this is a
one's the
boss fight.
Switch. This is the regular Switch one, right? This is not the Switch 2.
This is the
Is this
Switch
the
2
Switch
because
2?
he's using, yeah, because he's using the Switch 2 Joy-Cons.
The frame rate is so bad. Look at
No, no,
that.
no, 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 no. That is just Restream's interpolation of what that.
Oh,
I don't.
it's
Probably,
I
yeah,
gotta
don't.
be.
he's right.
Oh, okay,
He's right.
okay. I was
And
about to
remember,
say.
we're watching it from YouTube, plus we're watching through Restream, so we're not getting
Yes,
a first-hand account of the gameplay.
absolutely
Got it.
not. Yes, we've got to make that clear.
hmm So you got to think about that. But overall, to me, the game was pretty damn good.
Jay, Cash, what are your favorite parts about the Switch 2? The thing that excites you most?
For the Switch 2, I just
Yes.
the fact that it can run more
Stronger
powerful
hardware.
games.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. To be honest, that I feel like that's what Nintendo's been lacking for a long time, but they didn't need to. But now it's like they're showing you that yo, we came to play because a lot of you guys are trying to come for the title as the on the go console. Looking at you, Asos ROG. Looking at you, Steam Deck.
I've heard
So
nothing but good
we
things about the Asus ROG. Nothing but good things.
yeah. So Nintendo's like, I'm showing you guys why we are the ultimate at home console. We got titles plus we got the hardware, son. Yeah, I mean, because it's
Yeah.
not like ROG and Steam are making original. Well, Steam, I guess you could say Valve is making games, but ROG is not doing that. They're just they're a third party console. That's what they are. Like
Yeah,
they
but
you can play
I
a bunch
don't
of third party
need
games on them.
I don't need my I don't need my game console company to be making games. As long as they make good consoles, I'm a happy camper, you know?
Yeah, you say that now, but most people want like official stuff. They want a reason to buy your console. You know what I mean? All right,
Uh
I'm gonna get a
I
Nintendo
can't
Switch because I want to play Mario. I want to play Metroid. I want to play
Yeah.
Zelda. I'm getting an Xbox
I
because I
feel
want to
that
play
because
Halo.
Pokemon. I feel like Pokemon
Exactly.
is the only thing that would draw me towards buying a
Pretty much.
Right. Exactly. So you get what I'm saying? Exactly. I want to buy a PlayStation because I want to play God of War. I want to play that. So that's what I'm talking about. With the ROG, it's more of like, I'll just get it because I probably just want something to go on the travel with or whatever the hell. Like, there's no selling point for them. As powerful as they are, you don't have a real reason to get them. There's no
right.
hook for them. Oh, that was a grab. This man was going for the grab.
I
But yeah,
definitely
I'm
could
really
see
looking for
myself
the
buying a Switch 2, Street Fighter 6, and
playing Street
just
Fighter on the go. Hell yeah.
on the
Go.
Oh
go.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what I was
I
saying.
had an
That's huge
idea.
for them. Yeah.
Yeah, I had an idea that I've been trying. I've pitched this to the guys already, chat. I'm not gonna put it out here on the podcast, but that would make it a lot easier. By the way, guys,
Yep.
remember that idea?
Is
I
there
remember.
any features that you think are missing from the Switch 2?
Um, I don't know. I don't. Oh, what do you guys think about the camera? The camera feature, the fact that you
It's
I
cool.
remember this is what we should be
It's pretty
talking about.
cool.
The chat. I think the chat was unnecessary. That's what I wanted to talk about. I think the chat, the voice chat that they have, that new feature is unnecessary,
Yeah.
even though they're trying to
Just
like position themselves
add
as like
Discord
more
support.
sociable.
Yeah. Yep.
That was it. That's all you needed to do. Because it's
Add
basically
Discord
Discord.
support.
I don't think Nintendo will ever add Discord support.
You don't, but they have YouTube and all that other stuff on their Switch. Why not
Yeah.
Discord? They have third
I
party
mean,
stuff on
Discord,
their
I think
console.
Discord leaves the door open for malicious things to happen. And I don't think they want that in the
You think
ecosystem.
they just want to have they want to have full control of the communication of
Exactly.
is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Mhm.
I
Like,
could see that.
can you send images from one Switch to another?
I'm pretty sure you can, and you can share your screen. You can share your screen.
No. Can you
with-
send external images from one Switch to another?
I don't know. That I'm.
I
Not
don't
sure.
know. I don't think so. But if you were to add Discord, you could. And then
No, but
the
I
Nintendo
can
ecosystem.
send.
But what
No,
what
you
you're
can't.
saying, Heartless, is I guess considering you could share your screen, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you can share your
If
screen.
people want it to be weird, they could be.
Yeah, because you can share your screen. Like if I can share the game that
You
I'm
could
currently
your
playing.
you
Like
could
you can
I
share
just
watch
your
don't
me play
see
a
videos.
game.
Discord as being a children's ecosystem, and I think Nintendo wants to maintain being a children's
A
ecosystem.
family friendly console. Yeah, I get that.
You know what
I
I'm
get that.
saying?
Yeah.
hmm But
You got people
overall, I
getting
like what do
scammed
you
on Discord. You got the what are they called,
Discord.
phishing things, a ton of that
Yeah, the
stuff.
bot.
I don't think Nintendo wants that in their ecosystem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
What do you guys
understand that.
think of Mario World?
Is that like the
The Mario
MMO?
Kart World.
The
No, but
yeah,
Mario Kart
I
World.
actually think that's a really good idea. There's
Yeah.
it's actually an open world. You could drive around. You could. There's a mode where you like race from one end of the map to the other, and like if you, I can't remember how it works, but basically they keep eliminating people as you get to certain checkpoints. You know what I'm talking about, Cash?
No.
Yeah, they showed it off, man. So basically, it's like every you're racing from one end of the map to the next, and basically every checkpoint, if you're not at a certain place in the game, you're eliminated.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah.
And
I
how many
forgot that
players?
they
I think
have a
this
name
is,
for it.
and this is like a
A
massive.
shit ton of players, yeah,
Yeah, I don't remember how much this is.
and they have skins then.
They have skins
Maybe they
now,
always had skins. Maybe they always had skins. I don't know, but it seemed new.
bro. I haven't played Mario Kart in a long time. I don't even have it for the current
Same.
Switch. But this looks
Neither do
pretty good.
I.
The fact that
But
the
it
dynamic weather shifts in this shit is crazy too,
Mhm.
bro. It could start raining at any moment, bro.
we I think we should have Mario Kart, and
Yeah, we should.
we
You're
should be
right. We should.
doing community nights on
Community
Mario
nights.
Kart.
Yeah, yes, we should. We need more community games, and I know the chat's been asking for a lot of them too. So
Party
we
games
should
and
definitely.
stuff.
Yeah.
Now,
Um. What's the other party game? There's Fall
Mario
Guys.
Party.
We should play Fall Guys too.
I
Mario
haven't
Party,
played
all that
Fall
stuff.
Guys in so long.
I
Yeah,
have
we
Fall
should
Guys.
definitely. We should. I have Fall Guys too. We should definitely get back on a lot of those games, bro. Because I feel like people would have fun, especially on Saturday nights.
Now, I have a technological question, and
hmm
I'm sure some of the professionals in chat might be able to help answer this one. And then you guys can tell me how you feel about it for your consoles. But we are talking about handheld devices, and it begs to question: at what point is your handheld device going to have internet? Like, if I go to if I
Ah,
get the Nintendo service, I pay for the yearly service, Nintendo service. I almost feel like we should be at a point where my
you can.
Nintendo has internet everywhere.
It should, or at least give you access to like a SIM card slot where you can plug a SIM
Mhm.
card in.
Yeah, I feel like I should have access to internet everywhere. I feel like we're at that point in time. Am I
I
going to
agree.
have to wait another 5 years for the Nintendo Switch 3 for us to get something of that nature? Is it ever going to come? But I feel like we are beyond this.
hmm You're right. You're right. Because you have to probably link your Switch to your phone, which
Yeah,
I've done
I would
before.
use my phone as a
I've done
hotspot
before.
to get internet, and then the experience might not be that good for everybody.
No,
It might
no,
not be. It's definitely not gonna be.
it's not
Okay,
gonna
well,
be
there's that answer of yours, but I
because they
almost feel
like
like
to
I
talk
would
about
pay
5G.
$100 a year. I
Yeah,
don't know how much it is for the yearly service, but I would pay $100 a year for my Nintendo Switch 2 to have internet everywhere I go.
oh, you mean like like a membership, like you paid for like
I
the
mean, you're paying
Nintendo
for the online
Online?
service anyways. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
so it should
To
come with
play
like
online with your
internet.
friends and all that, right? I'm wondering, like, at what point, like, where are we in the technosphere? Where are we in the technological evolution? Like, when are we going to get a
Uh,
console where you pay for
that's
the
a lot
online
of
service?
contracts
It's
for Nintendo to
certainly
sign.
possible. Yeah, it's
It's
certainly
possible, but it's
possible.
a lot of red tape. Here's my thing. They would have to probably sign a bunch of contract with other internet providers to give people access to piggyback off of all of those internet services
For
around
sure.
the area.
For sure.
And I don't see Nintendo doing that. They want all the money for themselves.
You know, I disagree in the sense that you say you don't see Nintendo doing that, but I
Mm,
promise you,
mm.
in the future, your portable consoles will have internet everywhere. Now the question is, what company does it first? That's my question. What company does it first? I think that one
question.
feature alone in the Nintendo Switch 2, if they had announced that one feature alone in the Switch 2, it would have been a no-brainer purchase for me.
Because I think T-Mobile already has something like that. It's like T-Mobile Anywhere. So all you need if you're in an area where a T-Mobile hotspot is, you just sign in with your T-Mobile account and you got internet.
Yeah, but
Heartless makes a good point, because why would I buy Street Fighter 6 so I could take it on the road if I can't play it on the road? You know what I mean?
Right.
At least competitively on the road.
Yeah.
A bunch of local matches are gonna challenge people on the street.
Yeah, right. literally. And I'm not hating. I just foresee a future in which your portable handheld device will have internet everywhere. And chat is saying it has Wi-Fi access for sure.
Yeah, we know it has Wi-Fi access for sure.
And I
the
love
Switch
that.
currently does.
Yeah, and I absolutely love that. I'm just saying, imagine you pay $100 for the Nintendo subscription for the year, and it has internet everywhere you go. I think it's going to happen eventually.
It is.
I guess not in this generation.
I don't think Nintendo is going to be the first to do it, though, guys. That's all I'm saying.
Whether they're the first to do it or the last to do it, it's going to happen. The future, there's one pattern about the future. It gets more convenient, it gets smaller, and it gets more energy. It uses more energy.
So that sounds pricey, 2 phone bills, but not necessarily so. Like, if it's $100 a year, like Heartless is saying, which I doubt it's going to be.
They just added to the Nintendo Online.
That's what I'm saying. It's like a part of you. It's like all Switches have the ability to be on the internet, and you pay for the subscription. You know what that would do? That would make so many people pay for the subscription.
Yeah, because that's a great incentive to have internet all the time.
Maybe we're just getting too ahead of ourselves.
Damn, this dude is getting cooked, bro. Oh my God.
First place, man.
Yo.
Being in first is one of the scariest things in this game.
Yeah. So chat, we have a suggestion section in the Discord.
Players, by the way.
If y'all want some if you guys have suggestions for like party and community games, just drop them in the suggestions tab.
Yeah, please do. We've had a couple new people in the Discord give us their suggestions. Overcooked, Repo,
Overcooked is pretty good.
Lockdown Protocol, stuff like that.
I haven't played Overcooked in a while as well.
Yeah, Overcooked and Fall Guys. So definitely we got a lot of those games already. So it's less strenuous for us to worry about getting a lot of them, which is great. Fall Guys is free to play though. So
is it on PC or just Switch?
It is on PC.
Yeah.
That's sick. I'm gonna have to copy it for PC.
I used to stream it.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, so we could definitely hop into some Fall Guys gameplays. But yeah, guys, is there anything else you guys want to talk about with the Switch?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I think it's time to switch topics.
I see what you did there, big dog.
Boom.
Knee slapper.
All right, so guys, right? It's now time for our side quest.
Oh, my favorite part.
Okay.
My favorite.
Hold on.
My bad. That was an total accident. Total accident.
I was about to say, we get a countdown for side quest?
No, I pressed the button and then it froze. So I had to press it again. And that's how it accidentally went up to the countdown. My bad. Anyways, all right. So guys, tonight's side quest is actually plot points. Jay wasn't here for the last week's plot points, so we got some new ones.
You gonna let him know how good I did?
How did he do?
Heartless did he did pretty good. He only failed one of them. And that was...
It wasn't even just that. It was how quickly I was guessing them. And to see the surprise on Cash's face. He was like, you got this in your bag?
Which means Cash is going to make it harder this week.
Yes.
Exactly.
Aye, aye.
But the crazy thing is, though, Jay, is the fact that a lot of the games he didn't even fucking play. He's never
Oh
played
wow,
them. I'm like,
he's a
how do
fraud.
you know these games,
I mean, yo, at
right?
least I like look up the games and their stories and like I try to be knowledgeable about some of the stuff that goes on.
All right, Cash, run it. I'm ready.
Right. Alrighty. Alrighty.
Let Jay go
All right,
first.
guys. I said let Jay go first. All right. All right. Here's the first question. Let me kill this video first because it's distracting the hell out of me. A silent swordsman becomes entangled in a cosmic struggle after witnessing the fall of a forest kingdom.
Say that one more time.
A silent swordsman becomes entangled in a cosmic struggle after witnessing the fall of a forest kingdom. And I know you're gonna say Zelda, but no, the fuck it's not. I'm gonna put that out
you
there right now.
said
It's
you
not.
said a silent sap
A silent
swordsman. Oh,
swordsman.
swordsman. Okay, and you
Yeah,
said
becomes
cosmic.
entangled
Okay,
struggle after
you said
witnessing the fall of
cosmic.
a forest kingdom.
That word is fucking me
Yes.
up. Cosmic. Samurai
Mhm.
Jack.
No.
Cosmic.
You ready
You
for the
get
next
more
question?
hints. No need to
Yeah,
no need
yeah.
to rush.
Go for it. Go for it. Go for
Mhm.
it. Next one.
Heartless.
No, I'm waiting for more hints,
Okay.
please. Silent Swordsman, Cosmic,
A,
Eternity.
ma-
Yeah, I heard you.
a malfunctioning teleportation device experiment throws him into a journey through time.
What? What the fuck?
A malfunctioning teleportation device experiment throws him into a journey through time.
Final Fantasy?
No. You want the other
Next
one?
clue, please.
Uh huh.
Yes. With allies from across the era, the protagonist seeks to prevent the planet from being consumed by an entity who is set to destroy the entire world.
Huh.
Fuck no. Me tell
This
you
is
say, yo,
this
all
is
right.
yeah.
I was
Heartless,
slacking
you got
last week.
anything? Cause
Is it
I'm
Chrono Trigger?
Fuck you,
it's
Heartless.
Chrono Trigger. Fuck,
It is Chrono Trigger.
bruh. I know that was a guess. That was
Is he
definitely a guess.
Googling? Are you Googling this shit?
Bro,
Are you
He
Googling this
guessed.
shit?
He guessed.
bro.
It's all good though.
That
That
was
was gonna be my
that's
next
the
guess.
luckiest guess I've
That was gonna be my next guess, but only because Cash is a Chrono
it.
Trigger fan, not because of the clues. I was gonna be like,
Yo,
Oh, yeah, that's pretty much the whole synopsis of
my
Chrono Trigger,
deductive
bro. I
reasoning
gave you guys a
skills
synopsis.
are through the roof. Don't play with me.
I don't like you right now.
that was the craziest guess I've ever.
Craziest guess, bro. Craziest guess. All right. All right. A sacred ritual binds an unwilling recruit to an ancient order, granting them visions of creatures that dwell beneath the earth.
Keep going. Next.
A divided land faces extinction as a political strife overshadows the return of a corrupt godlike being, a long thought buried.
Next one.
The fate of a deeply cursed child born of a forbidden magic becomes a pivotal secret in the fortress, hidden beyond the veil.
Image.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
bamboozled.
Give me. Wait. I got to make sure.
Do I get to call a friend as a lifeline?
Sure. Why the fuck not?
I'm just messing around. I think Jay and I got this in the bag. You can as you pull
Oh,
up
you
the
think
image,
so?
repeat some of the hints though.
Give me a second. This is a weapon that is used within this game.
Clearly.
A legendary weapon.
Repeat the clues again.
All right, give me a second. Let me pull it up. A sacred ritual binds an unwilling recruit to an ancient order, granting them visions of creatures that dwell beneath the earth. A divided land faces extinction as as political strife overshadows the return of a corrupt godlike being long thought buried. The fate of a deeply cursed child born of forbidden magic becomes a pivotal secret in the fortress hidden beyond the veil.
Hades.
No. Heartless, how about you?
I don't want to make a fool out of myself. I don't think I got it.
Wait.
Dragon Age Origins.
Did not have it.
Oh yeah, I did not.
That was not in my bag.
Hey, you know what's crazy? I played Dragon Age Origins. I remember nothing about the plot.
That's crazy.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It wasn't that memorable for me. I know.
Clearly.
A lot of hate.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You don't say.
All right.
All right, you got another one, Cash? Because
I think he's got a few more. Probably.
Oh, yes, I do.
Last week he had 5 of them.
Yeah, because you went through them too fast. So I had to make up 2 more. Shit.
Oh, that's too funny.
bro, not planning ahead.
Right? No, because you know what? I didn't have faith in Heartless. That's who it was. That's what it was. All right. Next question. A tribal chosen by a village elder must locate a device tied to ancient technologies and ecological rebirth. Let me say that again because I feel like I
Horizon Zero Dawn.
A tribal, no, wrong. Wrong. A tribal chosen by a village elder.
Hey, yo! Oh my God, he was a little too eager to be saying.
All right, it does sound like it though. Now that I read it out, no, but it's not.
Okay.
A tribal chosen by a village elder must locate a device tied to ancient technology and ecological rebirth. All right. The other one. Encounters with a militarized faction reveals tension between pre-war ideologies and post-apocalyptic survivalism. Damn, that one was a tongue twister. Y'all want me to say that again?
Why don't you go to the next one?
No. Repeat that. Yeah.
Encounters with a militarized faction reveals tension between pre-war ideologies and a post-apocalyptic survivalism. Goddamn. Ugh.
Next one.
Next.
The protagonist navigates a fractured wasteland shaped by lingering influence of a failed government experiment.
Yo.
Final Fantasy.
Is that just
No.
a standard answer, Jay? Cash going to the ends of the earth here to make sure we struggle. That's crazy.
I had to, bro. You got the mother one's too easy the last time.
Is this a
I don't have
Resident
it.
Evil
Image,
game?
please. Image,
Is this
please.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not a Resident Evil game.
Let me see that image. What the fuck is this? What am I looking at?
I think we have to see
Oh,
this image.
hold on. Cash, is this a Zelda game?
What? No. No.
Heartless, you got anything? All right, can we get the console platform?
He was on PC and he was on console. Was it on Play? I think it was on PlayStation and Xbox.
Can we get a release date? A release year? This is a serious lifeline. I'm pulling out all the strings.
All right. I'm giving it 1998.
Oh
What
God!
the
Did you
I
hear how
was
many
not
clicks?
thinking
Hmm?
anywhere near. All right, Cash. One more time. Release the plot points for me.
All right. So it was on Windows, Mac OS, and Mac OS. Sorry, it wasn't on console.
Diablo 2.
No. Um, a tribal chosen by a village elder must locate a device tied to ancient technologies and ecological rebirth. Second plot point: encounters with a militarized faction reveal tensions between pre-war ideologies and a post-apocalyptic survivalism. The protagonist navigates a fractured wasteland shaped by lingering influence of a failed government experiment.
I just want everyone to know. This is how you know Cash hates me. He picked a game from when I was 5 years old. 5 years old. I have like three memories from five and before. Three. And one of them
Wait,
includes
Cash.
Piss.
Yeah. Yes.
Is this a PlayStation 1 game?
No, PC.
No, you
No.
said PC.
PC.
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
PC.
Where did PC games like that? Uh,
Heartless, you're a
I don't
fan
got it.
though. You're
I
a
don't got it.
fan though. You're a fan
What?
though. You're a fan though.
I'm a fan of this game?
Hmm?
Apparently not.
Okay, apparently not.
Fallout
Which one?
One
1,
fan of the show.
Fallout 1,
No, Fallout 2.
Fallout 2.
I didn't know there was anything tribal about Fallout.
Yes,
Yeah,
there
that
was. Yeah, the whole thing is about tribalism. Think about it.
Juju said New Vegas. New Vegas is the one before the last one.
Before the last one, yeah.
Wait, no,
Nah.
2 is new. No, he's right. He's right. He's right.
Yeah.
2 is New Vegas, right?
But you yeah, 2 is new. No, 2 is
Oh,
not New Vegas.
no, yeah.
No, 2 is not New Vegas. Fallout 2 came out in the 90s, bro. 98.
Yeah, wait, New Vegas was 2010. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But encounters with a militarized faction reveals tension. Remember, and I broke it down. I said post-apocalyptic survivalism. Think
That's
about
why I
that.
said that's why I guessed Fallout.
Fallout.
Post apocalypse. I was thinking like what post
But that's
apocalyptic?
why I went back. Notice how I started to enunciate that part.
Yep.
Post-apocalyptic
I
survivalism.
could have sworn you were just struggling with the word.
No, I stopped struggling. I stopped struggling.
Oh, you
You got-
did?
Yeah,
You
it
got
said
it looked
more,
like
Cash?
it.
And then it said the protagonist navigates a
Can you
fractured
unblur the image for
wasteland.
us?
Yes. So this
I would love to
is
see that.
this thing is called the Luren's Crown.
Bro, they look nothing alike. Their shape
I-
is entirely different.
What? What is that?
Bro,
No,
What is it?
Cash.
It's the same
Cash.
thing. It's the same
Nah,
thing. bro.
Cash.
It's the
Cash,
same
that
thing.
is not
It's-
the same image. What
It's the
fuck?
same image, bro. I can
What is-
thing right now. Right
what
now,
is
I can do
this?
it. See? I can depixelate right now. I can
Cash.
depixel that shit right now.
Did you,
bro, I think you got to
out-
pixelate it a little bit less because
you maxed out the pixelation, Cash?
No, it wasn't. See, if I max out a pixelation, you wouldn't make it out.
All right.
See?
You got
See?
one more? You got
No,
one
that's
more?
it. That's
All
it.
right.
That was it. But that was good, guys. You guys did great. No, you didn't.
Oh,
Like,
wait, is there any more?
no, we're done. That's it.
That's crazy. He didn't want to give me any more chances. I want you to know I'm still net positive against you. I've beaten you more than you stumped me. So
We've
Okay.
only done this twice, Heartless.
No, he's talking to. Well, he's talking to
Oh.
Jay or me.
I'm talking to you.
Yeah, he's talking to me because I'm the one
Okay,
coming up with
gotcha.
the game names.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah. I'm not competing with you, Jay. We on the same team. We on the same side. We trying to beat Cash.
Got you.
He's trying to call us fraudsters, and I'm here to let him know I got the best guesses in the league.
Don't worry, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start going older and older, bro.
Nah,
You're gonna
bro.
see
Nah,
Pong next.
that makes no sense though.
No, I'm just no. The thing is, if I go too modern, like if I do too modern, I feel like you guys are gonna get it.
No, No,
You know what
but
I mean?
you gotta do games you like in our lifetime. You know what I mean? Like,
Fallout was in your lifetime.
yeah,
We were
no,
8 years
no,
old.
that was okay. That was okay. I'm
Bro,
saying don't
that
go.
I'm yo,
You said you were
this
going
game is
older.
legit not even in my accessible memory. At that age, I was I was still worried about it hitting the toilet when I aimed.
Damn, bro. But that was good though. That was fun. I feel like that was fun. That was a lot of fun. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
All right, Heartless. Before we do anything else, what are some? Let's go hit the gamer actual speed run.
Okay. You guys ready for this?
Yes,
You
we
guys
are.
know I got my particular style on how I do this. I like to take over, go in quick, get out quick. All right, here's the drill. The gamer actual speed run. We go collect some rumors off of Reddit and we speed through the titles of these rumors. If Jay or Cash have any interest in talking about them, breaking down any of them into further detail, we will slow down and talk about it. If not, we zip right through these, okay?
Yeah.
So the first one on our list is Zenless Zone Zero is coming to Xbox. If we don't have any interest, I'll be moving on in 3,
I
2,
don't
Trash.
care.
trash. They don't care. We'll see a lot more about Marathon next week, according to Jeff Grubb. I think Marathon is not on anyone's radar. I think
I think
skipped
Marathon is cool.
Actually, I want to see what they got because I've been hearing about this game forever, and it's got a lot of hype based on nothing.
I feel like I've been hearing
No,
whispers
because
about this game.
Yeah.
Marathon is it's a remake, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because the original game came out in the 90s.
That's where the hype came from. Gotcha.
Right.
Gotcha.
It's Bungie's. It's one of Bungie's first games.
Nostalgia hype. Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Next one on our list.
it looks like an AI game, by the way.
Marvel Rivals is it Krakoa map reveal trailer? Are we gonna show that?
Yeah, I just pulled it up.
Excellent. Let's get it on here. I actually have not seen this, so this is news to me as well.
You know what Krakoa is, right? This is the home of the mutants, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty nice. Wow.
Storm.
Oh, one thing we also did not discuss this week, as we absolutely should have. You guys hear the Marvel Rivals that they plan to release a new character every month?
Yeah.
Professor X.
Bro, that is a tease, I feel like, bro.
Yeah, it's Professor X. There's a teaser.
Yeah. That's what he would look like in the game.
Well, who's the woman before? Go back.
Emma Frost.
Emma Frost. She looks just like how she looks in the game, does she not? In the statue?
Yes. Yep.
So that indicates, if they have any belief in being consistent, that Professor X is going to look like that. And he's probably coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. He might be next.
Yeah.
If they're teasing him in this trailer, that's usually how these games.
He looks sick.
See, this face. This is actually Krakoa, because Krakoa is actually a mutant. The island of Krakoa is a mutant.
Oh wow!
Oh, wow.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
that's really sick. Wow.
I don't even know. Is that Wolfsbane? Let's talk about the new Jeff skin coming.
Do we have?
How about we don't? How about we don't?
Oh, we hate Jeff here?
Yes, we do.
Oh, that's crazy.
Jeff is fine. Jeff grew on me.
Oh, that's the teleporter.
So, I feel like there's just like not that many Jeffs that get 20 environmental kills a game. And when I mean by environmental kills, like he swallows you up and throws you off the map. I feel like getting hit by 3 or 4 of those in a game could be extremely frustrating, but you don't see that very often at all.
Yeah.
Ever.
People have figured ways to counter it now. There's a lot of different things you could do.
Yeah.
It used to be annoying. Yeah.
So this I don't I don't know if this is the teleporter for Krakoa or the pretty much any mutant that lives on, like the mainline mutants that live on Krakoa, they essentially can't die. If they die in battle, they basically they have their consciousness uploaded somewhere, so when they die, they can just bring them back and they come back as if they'd never died.
That's crazy.
Mutants are broken. Okay.
Mutants are broken, bro. Broken.
Until the bad guys discover Krakoa and fucks everything.
They did start something on Krakoa.
Any indication when this is dropping?
Pretty soon.
Excellent.
I'm pretty sure. Oh wow,
Excellent.
Marathon. This is the Marathon trailer that you just mentioned.
Is it the same one
This is
or
a
any
new one.
something new?
This is
Okay.
new,
All
Let's
right, we
watch this,
stumbled
actually.
on something here. We
right?
I,
stumbled
I,
on
I was
something.
gonna say let's get back to the speed run, but let's watch this.
Yeah,
Listen, I need gameplay. That's what I need.
I
Because
want to see
I need
gameplay.
both. I need both. I need both. I need to
they've
know
been
that the
talking this game
universe,
up.
the art of the universe that I'm experiencing, it has to be something that I can enjoy for a long period of time. So I need both for sure.
Hopefully, it's not the next Concord. I said it.
This is a very lame teaser
Right?
so far.
So far, what are we getting into here? You're losing me. I don't think we're gonna see gameplay in this trailer, guys.
I don't
No,
think so.
we're not. Is that a cyber kitty?
Yep.
Is he gonna fuse with him? Like, what's going on here?
Oh.
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 5 more days, guys. 5 more days.
Wow, amazing. So I hate this, by the way. Can I just say this? I hate reveal trailers for a trailer.
Yeah.
It's not necessary. It's not necessary. It's not
If you're
necessary.
gonna show a teaser, show a teaser.
Right. Why show me a reveal trailer for a trailer? Does that make sense?
That's crazy. That is actually crazy. That is actually crazy. I didn't even think about that. We just watched the reveal trailer for a reveal trailer.
I feel like I just got played. Is it April 1st still? Is it still April 1st?
That is absolutely wild.
Bro. That was stupid. That was
All right, back to the speed run, guys. We got played by the speed run. That's funny. Nintendo confirms Switch 2 uses DLSS and ray tracing.
I knew that.
I feel like we talked about Nintendo a lot tonight.
is the future. Upscaling is the future, guys. Yeah.
It is the future. And I have no problem as long as it looks amazing and it's seamless.
Right now it doesn't.
I mean, that's understandable, but we will get there as a society. I know it. So, a Fortnite movie has been discussed by movie studios. I was telling Cash earlier, I actually will bet $1,000 that we will have a Fortnite movie within the next 10 years. I will bet $1,000.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure. I wouldn't be because Fortnite has a lore. Fortnite has a lore.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
I wouldn't be surprised if they
for
did.
sure. We got a Minecraft movie. Anyone want to take me up on that bet? $1,000 that Fortnite will have a movie within the next 10 years.
I can see Channing.
They will.
Yeah, I see Channing Tatum being the main character. Shit,
That's
I can already see it.
crazy.
I can already
You're
see it.
actually spitting. I can definitely see that as well.
All right.
And next up on
Just
the
pay
list,
me my money, please. Just pay me my money.
next on the list, Cyberpunk and Hogwarts Legacy both run at 30 FPS on a docked Switch 2. Hogwarts runs at 4K 30 FPS and isn't on par with PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X versions of the game. Graphically, there is a handheld mode at 1080p 120 FPS. It says 120 FPS, but it's written here in the rumor that is most likely an error. Cyberpunk has 2 modes, one quality mode and one performance mode. Quality mode is 1080p 30 FPS. Performance mode is 1080p and up to 40 FPS.
Wild docked.
Both wild docked. Yes.
It's gonna look like shit. I'm calling it.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I played Elden Ring on my brother's PC, which I only got 30 FPS throughout the entire experience. And it was fine. It was fine.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not the same, but it's fine. Those kind of games you can get by having a 30 FPS.
Okay.
As long as it's consistent and you're not getting frame drops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's it for the speed run. Hope you guys enjoyed my little section there.
Nice and quick.
Okay. All right. So question of the week would probably be what is the biggest thing you're looking forward to with the Nintendo Switch? Did we have a very similar question last week, I feel like?
I'm not sure, but
Let's
thing,
pull that up.
it's crazy that the mouse feature is one of the most attractive features in the Switch 2 for me.
Yeah, because you're a PC player.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And even if it's not a one-to-one experience, like it is playing on a PC, it's just really cool that like, oh, I can go to my friend's house and we can both get on, or or we can go to the mall and we can both get on our game and like both play like a mouse experience.
Right. All right. So it says last week the question was, what are you expecting from the upcoming Nintendo Switch 2 Direct? Most people said, well, it was actually through here.
And even
Everybody's saying
split.
even split, bro.
There's a
I get
comment we have there. Can we see that?
yeah. Let me see what the comment says. Oh, we the best. This motherfucker.
Shameless.
I
Right.
am dead. I am
Bro.
dead. I just rickrolled myself from the past.
That's funny, bro. That is funny as hell. All right. So the question for this week, guys, is what is the biggest feature that you're looking forward to from the Switch?
One of the options has to be the sharing.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think some other options are?
The local gaming.
Yeah. Backwards compatibility.
Compatibility, yeah.
Yep.
You're looking for
Performance could be another.
yeah. Um Text pool. You said game sharing? Game sharing, right?
Yeah.
Then the other one was what? What was the other one? Backwards.
Yeah.
Spelling that correctly, right? I can read, yay. All right, and then what about the voice chat,
Game chat.
game chat?
That's a good option to put in there. I don't know if it's something that I'm really excited for.
I don't think I am either. The last one,
I had said
Mouse.
performance, but
performance. I like the performance. Performance is a good feature. Performance. All right. So, chat, if you guys are not following the Gamer Actual YouTube channel, please head on over there and go follow it and answer the question. I'm going to post this in the chat currently. Give me a second. There we go.
Very
Tonight was a
nice.
good episode. Tonight was a good episode, guys.
yeah.
We're under 2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good.
That's
very
good. I mean, we're getting the show flow is about the same size, which means we're
Yeah.
managing
going
our
through it.
time better, and we're sticking to the. We had one tangent, and it was the Pal World tangent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we came right back.
Let's remind the people of about the other shows on the network right now.
That's for sure. Heartless, take it
Current.
away.
Tomorrow night, guys, at I believe it's 9 p.m. Right? I always get it wrong. Tomorrow at 9 p.m., we got Monster Hunter Mondays with host Pinksy. Pinksy Gaming in the building. I don't know if you guys seen him earlier in the chat, but he does host Monster Hunter Mondays. He puts out a wide array of challenges for us in the Monster Hunter ecosphere. And we go in there in the squad. We have a squad that's about 30 people deep right now. We should,
word.
if we could, we'll get the squad chat in the chat. But either way, check us out tomorrow on the KXI network, 9 p.m. for Monster Hunter Monday. We also have upcoming Friday, Fight Night Friday contenders with Cosmo defending his title yet again against a newcomer, Mugen, which we had in last week's round robin. And then after that, we will probably be doing a community night on Saturday, maybe a party game, something like Repo or something of that nature.
Mhm.
And
we'll let you guys keep you guys posted within the week. We'll let you guys
absolutely. Look out for promo banners on the Twitter. Look out for promo banners on the Instagram, all that stuff. As you guys know, you can find the merch over at kxidrip.com, and you can also drop a follow on the Patreon. There is paid subscriptions, but it's not about the money. We'd like to get our numbers up on the Patreon. Please, we want to get more content out there in the Patreon and make that a better overall package for the consumers and the viewers, you guys, everybody alike. We appreciate you guys. Oh, and let's not forget about the Discord that we're dropping in Discord and the link tree in the chat. Shout out to Cash and Jay. Best host in the building. Best host in the community.
Appreciate you, bro.
I try. I
Yer.
try. All right, guys. But that's it for tonight's episode. Thank you guys as always. Tonight was Gamer Actual episode 53, and it's your boy Cash, the Heartless, and Jolty J. We're the KXI network. Have a good night. Peace out. Catch y'all later.
Peace out. Bellow single for the ladies.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Shout out to the homie Bello.
All right. Who we rating out to?
I don't know.
We could rate
Let's see
Blaze.
who's online.
We got Blaze. We got Taj. Foot Slap.
Blaze, Taj, Rose. What do you guys want to watch? So we got some Street Fighter. We got people on Monster Hunter. Homegrown's on Monster Hunter. Taj is on Street Fighter X Tekken. We got
I
Foot
kind of
Slap.
want to rate someone we haven't rated in a long time. That's why I'm trying to look. Let's see if we can. Or just send some love to some people. You know what I mean?
Polo Dave, maybe?
Polo Dave, you might be right. Let's give Polo Dave some love.
For sure. For sure. He's honestly an amazing supporter. So we got to give back. Got to give
All right.
back.
All right, guys, we rating out to Polo Dave. Give me a second. Let me
Much
Don't
love
go
to
nowhere.
everybody.
stay in here for the raid, guys. Don't go nowhere, please. Gotta show that love.
Yes, yes. Please don't go nowhere. It's very important to give back.
It's just Polo Dave, right?
Yes, it is just Polo Dave. He's our killer instinct,
As always.
as
That
always.
man
He's probably one of the best killer instinct players of the planet at this point.
Yep.
Considering how niche of a game it is and how much he plays it.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, thank you to everybody. Jay, you want to let them know where they can find you before we head out?
Easy peasy. Jolty J, JolTEJAY on all platforms, mainly Twitch.
Very nice.
All right. Catch y'all later. Peace out. Bye, guys.
Peace out.
Hey.